Welcome everyone. Today we will start our new topic, which is, can matter change its state? We all know from our observation that water can exist in three states of matter: solid as ice, liquid as the familiar water, and gas as water vapor. What happens inside the matter during this change of state? What happens to the particles of matter during the change of states? How does this change of state take place? We need answers to these questions, isn't it? So here it is given about the introduction, that how matter can change its state. So the first example here it is taken is water, and water, it is the most common example. We observe it every day, that how water is changing, or how water is converting into ice, and how water is converting into steam. That means we can see that a liquid, it can change into solid state, as well as liquid state it can also change to gaseous state. So one such example is water. Now, what are the factors which is responsible for the change of state of matter? So by taking the example of water, we can say that when we are lowering down the temperature, when we are decreasing the temperature below 0 degrees Celsius, then ice is getting formed. Same way, we can also say that when we are raising the temperature, when we are increasing the temperature above 100 degrees Celsius, then water is converting into steam. That means when we are changing the temperature, then matter can change its state. So change in temperature is one such factor which is very important factor. The other factor by which matter can change its state is change in pressure. That means if we are changing pressure, then also we can see that change in state of matter can take place. But first we will discuss about the temperature, that how changing temperature it is or it can brought about change in state of matter. So we have discussed, when we were discussing about how the particles, they are arranged in solid state, liquid state and gaseous state, we found that in case of solid state, the particles, they are very closely packed. In case of liquid state, particles, they are not closely packed. There is distance, or there is a space between the particles. Whereas in case of gaseous state, we found that the particles in case of gaseous state, they are very far from each other. Now there are certain factors, certain things we discussed on the basis of the arrangement of particles in these three states. First one is interparticle or intermolecular space. So in case of solid, as the particles, they are very closely packed, that is why intermolecular distance between the particle is negligible. Whereas in liquid state, there is intermolecular distance between the particles, which is much greater than solid. But in case of gases, the intermolecular distance, it is very high. That means the particles, they are very far from each other. The second one which we discussed, it was intermolecular force of attraction. That means the force of attraction which is acting between two particles or two molecules. So in that case, we found that in solid, as the particles, they are very close, that is why the force of attraction is very high between the particle. In case of liquid state, there is distance between the particle, that is why the force of attraction is less less in liquid state than solid state. Whereas in gaseous state, as the particles, they are very far from each other, there is very large distance between the particles in gaseous state. That is why the force of attraction in case of gaseous state particles is very less. It is almost, it is said to be very weak. Now the third one which we discussed, it was about the kinetic energy, which is related to that how the particles of matter, they are continuously moving. So we have discussed this as one of the characteristic property of the particles of matter. If you remember that particles of matter, they are continuously moving. So how they are continuously moving? Because particles of matter, they possess kinetic energy. So in case of solid state, we have discussed that the particles, they are very closely packed, very closely arranged. That means there is not enough distance. That is why in case of liquid state, particles, they are vibrating at their position. Particles, they are not leaving their position because there is not enough space. So they are only vibrating at their position. In case of liquid state, particles, they can move. That means in case of liquid state, as there is enough space, so particles, they can leave their position and they can move. In case of gaseous state, particles, as they are very far from each other, or there is very large space between the particles, so particles in case of gaseous state, they are moving randomly everywhere in all the direction. That is why in case of solid state, kinetic energy is very small, or you can say it is almost zero, because the particles, they are only vibrating. In case of liquid state, kinetic energy is higher than in case of solid state, but much less than that of gaseous state. In case of gaseous state, the particles of gaseous state, they possess very high kinetic energy. So this is about the kinetic energy. It is very important. Now we know that how kinetic energy is related with temperature. You might have studied this in physics, the relation between kinetic energy and temperature. So as you are increasing the temperature, the kinetic energy is increasing. That is what we generally find in case of gaseous state particles. So how change of temperature can brought about change, or can bring about change in state of matter? It is because when we are increasing the temperature, kinetic energy of particle is increasing. As kinetic energy of particle is increasing, that is how the change in state of matter can take place. So this is about the temperature. The next topic, it is related with the pressure. So about temperature, it is not finished yet. We have to discuss a lot more, but here we have actually discussed the relation between kinetic energy and temperature.